My buddy and I accidentally discovered his daughter might not be his through 6th grade biology. Me and my buddy are both in our mid-20s and work as engineers for the same company. We've known each other since high school, and he's pretty much my best friend. We played a couple of rounds of Counter-Strike tonight, and we're talking via Discord. His GF works as a nurse at the night shifts sometimes. We usually use this time to game, the usual stuff. After the game, we decided to take a quick break for a couple of minutes, so we did the usual chit-chat. We somehow talked about school and how both of us really never enjoy our time there as we grow up. We had both been bullied for being nerdish back in our school days. My buddy said that he hopes his daughter, who is 3, will have a much nicer time later in school compared to him. It got to the point where we talked about all the unimportant stuff we had to learn while we were there. Well, for me, I've always disliked biology classes as I hated the teacher back then. I mean, really hated them. And I said jokingly to my buddy, trying to sound like my old teacher, the only things my 6th grade biology teacher taught us are mitochondria are the power plants of the cell, and you can tell if your mama cheated by your eye color. My buddy laughing at this point, really the eye color? And I said, yes. Apparently, my buddy, how? Me? Take me for example. I have blue eyes and so does my sister. Apparently blue eyes are what we call a recessive gene. If one parent has blue eyes and the other has brown, there is only a small chance for your kid to be born with blue eyes. Well, my parents both also have blue eyes of their own, so it would be more than unlikely for me to have brown eyes. My buddy said, the more you know, then paused for a second. Then he said, be right back, gotta make sure the little one goes sleep now. After that he returned roughly a minute later, and I could hear him almost sobbing. Me and my GF also both have blue eyes, but my daughter doesn't. It took me some time, but I could calm him down eventually. So after that we both spent some time googling away, but nope. Blue eyes are recessive as I remembered. We found out that if both parents have blue eyes, the ratio is 99% blue eyes and 1% brown or green, so highly unlikely. My buddy quickly disconnected from the call. I tried to text and call him, but he didn't answer until 30 minutes later saying he will call me soon. I stayed up all night and told my GF to go to bed without me. The longer I waited, I started fearing for the worst. I texted him again and again. He always answered. He'll call me in a couple of minutes. At 5 a.m., he finally called me back and said that his GF came home at 2:30 a.m. and asked him what's wrong. He told her he's not feeling well and will soon get back to bed. He waited until she was asleep to call me back. He told me he will take a paternity test behind her back to get something official to slap in her face. Then he started to cry. I drove to his place to pick him up, and we went to a late-night drive-thru and grabbed something to eat. I've never seen my best friend like this, and I feel like I'm the one responsible for crushing his world. He told me that he wanted to propose to her on Valentine's Day, but that's off the table now. I dropped him off 2 hours later at his place. He said he will call me tomorrow. Now I'm typing this out, laying in my bed unable to sleep, next to my GF who slept the whole time. I can't shake the feeling that I destroy my buddy's life. Part 2. Update. My buddy and I accidentally discovered his daughter might not be his through 6th grade biology. Update. He is not the father, so the results came in today, and my buddy called me right away. He showed the results to his now ex-GF, and she broke down claiming that even if their daughter is not his, they should work this one out. My buddy has told her no, and that he will not raise somebody else's kid. She started to demand that since he has been raising her for 3 years now, and that she had in fact stopped sleeping around 2 years ago. So they're all good now and can work this over. He's now crashing at my place while giving them 10 days to find a new place to stay. My buddy also told me he's giving her 10 only for the kid's sake. Otherwise he would have thrown her out right away. He's also looking for lawyers should there be aftermath to this. The test is more than sufficient where we live, so he's pretty much off the hook. Also, if you are wondering about the test, the hospital does 3 tests back to back to make sure it is accurate. Also, my buddy is the only one paying for the apartment and to cars they own. He will sell hers to his niece.